We just saw Making a Murderer part 8 and 9. Oh yeah, 8 and 9. Then I am stunned with all this. First of all, if I was a juror there and convict Steven, I would be ashamed to myself. I wouldn't be able to sleep. How these jurors, they eat, they sleep, they get up every day and go to work. How can they do that? They're all blind or something? And did you hear? They walking in with 7 believe innocent, 2 guilty, and 3 undecided.
No. 3 guilty, I believe, and 2 undecided.
Okay. What kind of judge? How stupid the judge. Oh, God, I don't want to say this. But how dumb this judge can be after all the evidence. I don't care if he's innocent or guilty. I don't know. It speaks for itself. Come on, the whole country, the whole world is rising up right now. If Steve Avery walks out, what they gonna say?
That's what I wonder.
What they will have to say?
You can see now it's like Ken Kratz and Ken Peterson. It's like they're trying to retry this case on TV by trying to present the evidence and saying, well, he's clearly guilty. It's like they're insecure. They're coming forward to defend the case on
Brendan Dassey, the kid needs help. He needs a doctor, for God's sakes.
Yeah, now episode 9 mostly focused on his case.
Yeah, episode 9, and we'll go back to that.
Yeah, in episode 8, Steven's convicted of
He's
murder.
Convicted too, but the kid needs help. All these things he say, he didn't do these things. They should let him go. They put him in some kind of institute to help him, to give him a
Okay, you know what you're talking about. Yeah, put him in an institute.
Institute, having a doctor there.
Whatever.
I'm not saying that. But he needs help. I don't know how his mother goes along with this.
She's not equipped to deal with this.
I will lose my head.
She's not incredibly intelligent or anything. She's just a regular person.
I will lose my mind. But besides, when they put Steve Avery in the car, what is the prosecutor name?
Andrew Colburn.
Colburn?
Not the prosecutor, the
Who's
sheriff.
walking him in there. What a pleasure and joy he had. He stuck his chin up like Mussolini, And did you see Mussolini in some movies?
Right.
Like this. Benito Mussolini. What's his name again? Andy Colburn? You are Mussolini. That's all I can say to you.
He testified.
Please.
And he had to defend himself, his conduct. And of all the people, they couldn't ask another cop to escort him outside. No, that was probably Andy Colburn wanted to do that to show him he's in control. He has power.
Also, I feel bad for the girl's family. I mean, come on, they lost her, okay?
Yeah,
we have to talk about they're going through nightmare. They're going through hell. I will blame everybody if whatever they would, if anything. Right. But burning a body, we're talking about a human flesh. It will stink the whole, the junkyard. It will go all over Wisconsin. It will contaminate the air. It will go 40,000 feet up. Exaggerating now, but it will smoke the whole city. Where is the smell? Where is the smoke? What they're talking about? How the hell jurors convict this man? You all dumbbells, and you know something? Like I said, God doesn't like ugly jurors, and what goes around, come around, especially if you Christians and you believe the 10th Amendments and say don't kill, don't steal, and don't what did it say? Go to court and
don't bear false witness.
Say that again. I know
it
in Greek, but I can't say it right now because I'm upset.
Stop talking so loud. Okay. Don't bear false witness.
Don't bear false witness. Jurors, prosecutors, judge. What goes around comes around because God doesn't like ugly. Someday God will turn around and do his thing. I don't know how the hell you're not afraid. I will be shaking in my boots right now if I have done something like that. This group, the Sheriff's Department in Manitoba.
Don't whisper.
In Manitoba, whatever that is. Manitoba. Just look out for the innocent more than you do. You don't need to stick it to them. Look at the evidence. That Manitoba Sheriff's Department is crooked, corrupted, and contaminated.
I didn't even mention a word about Brendan Dassey's testimony regarding the smell of a body. You came up with that on your own, and that's something a lot of people on the internet have been discussing. If Brendan was there, why wouldn't he have admitted there was a nauseating smell of a body burning? That would have been a horrible smell.
Not only Brendan, but the entire area.
Right.
Somebody should come out and say something stinks, something smells.
I want people to know I did not mention a single word about that. I wasn't even going to think to say anything about that, even though I've read it before. You realize that's something that people online are realizing.
Right. On your charcoal stakeout or your charcoal, in my neighborhood, summertime, I can smell it a mile down the street. But we're talking human flesh. Human flesh is different. Listen, one day I burned my, right here, look at the scar. And little scar like that, it's blister and everything, and it smells horrible. And imagine human flesh and bones. We are quite a bit. We have a lot of flesh and bones in the skinniest human being in the world. It will stink the entire city. What the heck were they talking about?
Yeah, Brendan never brought forward a detail about that. Now, the jury did not convict Steven of mutilating the body. That shows that there's at least one hole the jurors saw in the prosecution, which is the evidence that the body was moved.
I'm getting really angry with this.
Because they found bone fragments in the quarry, the rock pit. They found bone fragments of Teresa's body in the burn barrel, and then most of her bones in the burn pit in his backyard. That doesn't mean she was burned in 3 places. That means she was burned likely in one place, where it was a good place to burn her, put in the burn barrel, and then put in the
How
burn
they
pit.
know it was Teresa's bones?
They tested it, whatever. I mean, what the hell? Whose else bones is going to be? Anybody else go by there and die?
But the smoke and the stuff.
Mom, think about that. That shows you the jury realized one thing, that the prosecution realized this too, that they left a big hole there as to how Teresa's bones got in that bone pit. That Steven didn't mutilate her body. And
But nobody mentioned the smoke and the stink.
Right. That too. Think about this. In Steven's trial, where did Ken Kratz say Teresa Halbach died? In the garage. They searched the garage, they got a jackhammer to dig up the concrete. Where did Ken Kratz say Teresa Halbach died in Brendan Dassey's trial? In Steven's bedroom.
Exactly. It was 2 different conflicted things.
They didn't even bring it because Brendan's confession was so bad and so inaccurate. They didn't even, and obviously his own lawyer wasn't even helping him. He was trying to get him to confess too. They didn't even bring up Brendan's confession, or Brendan, in the Steven Avery's trial. They said one man and one man only. And then in Brendan's trial, they talk about his confession. It's the only link between
I don't want to be a lawyer or a judge. I'm not either one. It doesn't add up. That's all I'm trying to say.
That's exactly what you see. What he one of them's a lie, or both of them are a lie.
Yeah.
Both of them are wrong.
It doesn't add up.
They both can't be true. They both cannot be true. That she died in the bedroom and died in the garage.
Exactly. If it doesn't add up, the jurors didn't see all this evidence. If I was there, I will...
Well, it was 4 days of deliberation. You don't know what happened in those 4 days. You saw the one juror who was excused for some kind of family emergency.
If he was there,
he regretted it because he said some jurors just went in before the trial thinking...
they made up their mind. But for crying out loud... They were like little kids' trial. They didn't give anything worthwhile. The
Into
kid
telling them
needs
what they
help
want.
instead of all this. Can you imagine what this is going to do to his
See, Brendan
mind?
doesn't even understand. He just says, I don't know. I made
Yeah, he
it up.
doesn't understand the whole thing.
Can't even understand anything.
And the thing is, not only us as a simple people, but look, Dr. Phil got involved with this. So many other people got involved with this. That tells you
Well, look,
something.
there's Ken Kratz and Ken Peterson. Ken Peterson's the guy who said we could have just killed him if we wanted.
Oh,
and,
for
and
crying
he said
out
he'll
loud.
kill again if he's let out. He had no basis to say that.
How he...
He was on
exactly.
Dr. Phil defending himself,
Yeah.
saying, I'm not sorry for arresting Stephen in 1985 for the rape. He said, I'm not
He's
sorry
not
for that.
sorry for that?
No, he did his job. That's what he says. Plus, now the lawsuit's over, so now he can talk about it. Plus, if he looks like the bad guy, it makes Andrew Colburn look better. Because he acts like he's all to blame, you know?
But he said he's not sorry he arrested in
He
1985?
said that on Dr. Phil. Ken Peterson and Ken Kratz, they're all out there defending the prosecution now, but there's nothing they've been saying that can undermine the evidence
Exactly.
that the police planted the car key, the blood, that they tainted the investigation, the fact that the bullet wasn't found until months later after searching the home thoroughly many times, over 8 times.
Everybody's blowing hot
whatever,
here.
and it wasn't found until after James Lenk went back to the garage months
Right,
after
yeah.
the initial searches. The fact that Andrew Colburn was heard calling in the plates 2 days before Teresa Halbach's car was found.
The sheriff's department, the same people still there?
Some of them, Andrew Colburn still works there.
Don't they feel shame to that? Don't they be afraid now maybe Steve Avery walks out?
I'm sure they're worried about that now in some way, but they're so entrenched and protected in so many ways, I'm not sure they will. But this is good that this is getting attention, because it's not just this case, it's so many people get convicted wrongly.
That's
and it's
what I
not
said.
as exciting and it's not as clear just because it's a simple story of a poor person getting screwed
Look
over.
out for the innocent little bit, because guys, it's a lot of innocent. I'm not saying the bad people, they deserve to be in jail, but we're talking about some innocent people here that they're in jail. They pay for something they never did.
Yeah. And
That's all I'm
there are
saying.
all kinds of reasons police do that.
But Brendan, they should put him in. They should give him good doctors
Would you
to
stop
help
telling
him.
him to put him somewhere? What
Not
the
to
hell
put him
what are you
somewhere.
talking about?
I'm taking it back. Don't put that up. What I'm
Stop
saying
talking
is,
so loud.
what I'm saying is, he needs help. I think he needs to go home to his parents.
Yeah, I don't understand why you say he needs help either. He, as far as I can tell, he had all the help he needed, more or less, before this happened. Stop saying he needs help
Okay.
like, what, he's a sick kid or something?
No, he's just a
Just
little bit
stop it.
slow. Okay, I didn't
You
mean
need
it that
help.
way. Okay, don't put that up. Okay,
No, I will.
Let's see what's gonna happen now. At least he has a good defense team.
He is the
It's
best in
Avery,
the
the best,
country.
and
This woman has exonerated 17 people.
Right.
So you know if she does it, it's one, she knows how to get to the truth, and two, she believes she has new evidence.
exactly.
She doesn't take
So-
a case for no reason because because it'll lose.
Right,
She takes it
right,
if she thinks she'll win.
right.
She's
So
like
it's-
she's
yeah.
like a bull or something.
Yeah, it's going to the right way. So let's see what's gonna happen, and let's hope all the evidence comes up, and the sun is gonna rise, and let's say Steve just walks out as a free man,
Yeah.
and also
Again,
Brendan.
I don't know for sure that he didn't do it. I tend
Just
to think,
the evidence, all
but
these things
the
they
fact
bring
that
up, it's
they didn't
nothing.
investigate who
Exactly.
deleted the voicemails and all the other people who had
Right.
the opportunity to do this,
Right.
and they planted evidence. I tend to think Steven's innocent. I tend to think
Like I said, I don't know if he did it or not.
Now, Brendan Dassey, he had nothing to do with
Nothing
it.
to
I'm
do with
sure
it.
He told the story that was true the first time. He went home, played video games, went to the bonfire, went back home, whatever. That's it.
Yeah, what's her name? Zelda?
Kathleen Zellner.
She's gonna find out
She's the
everything.
best.
Yeah.
When I look at her records, 17, that's not easy to do. It's not easy to get one exoneration. To get 17 means she knows how to get to the truth.
But
One, she got the person who was guilty to confess to the crime. So you know she's good at getting people to tell the truth. She's not going to leave anything
It
unturned.
just, to me, go back to the smoking body. It is so...
That's very interesting. Yeah.
Nobody even mentioned that, right? Anybody?
No.
But because it smokes, it will stink the entire
fester,
city.
It'll stick to their clothes.
Yeah, especially there in Wisconsin, the air is just so strong.
Brendan's mom could have smelled it on him. I mean, you can smell it on somebody if they smoke cigarettes and they come to the house.
I cook food and all the smells goes to my hair and to me, and I have to take a shower, and you cook and you do stuff, and I'm not even smoking anything, just
cooking
regular food. Cooking a body? Are you kidding me? Okay, guys, thank you, everybody. I don't know, just...
Watch this show.
Yeah, watch the show.
Try to make a change with the law, though, to make it fair. For instance, interrogations with minors should be videotaped.
How the jury's gonna feeling now when they hear all this? How they feeling?
Well, just wait and see.